Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Computer Science with Sudhir sir. In today's video, we are going to discuss chapter number 4 using Python libraries important concept, that is random module. In this video, we are going to cover a random module, random function, a rand int function and a rand range functions. All these functions which are part of random module are part of class 12 2021 syllabus. So let us begin with random function without wasting any time. So there is a random module in Python. It is defined, predefined module already defined in the library of Python, and it is random. There are three very important random number generator function in a random module of Python. They are, we'll discuss them one by one. They are random. Then I'll show you the second one, rand int, and the third and the last one is rand range. So in total, we have to cover these three functions under random module of Python in our class 12 syllabus. So let us first begin with random function of random module. So this is the description of this random function. It returns a random floating point number. Just notice it returns floating point number. There is a difference between floating and integer. Floating means a value which contains some fractional part. And the range of the number is this. This is what? 0.0 to 1.0. Remember that it begins with 0, but it is exclusive of this value. Always that number generated with random will always be less than 1.0. Just notice this thing. The final value is always less than 1.0. So it never gives you 1.0. Remember, it generates a floating point number. So one example is given to you, right? If you want to see the example, then we have to see in Python. So what we have to do first, we have to import a random module of Python. We know how to import. We have to use import and we have to name the module which we want to import. So we want to import random. So that's why random here, random. Now press enter. Now you can use all the functions which are defined under this random module. You can use random, you can use rand int, you can use rand range function. So let us use them one by one. So the first example is print random dot random. So how to use it? Here I write print in the bracket random. All of you know why random? Because random is the module name, dot, then random. Random is the function name, and put a bracket. This argument list, this round brackets is what? This round bracket means argument list. So I'm not passing any argument. It is not taking any argument. So if you press enter, you will get value ranges from 0.0 to 1.0. Always remember it gives value exclusive of 1.0. So press enter. What you'll get? 0.605 and so on. So you'll get a fractional value. So this random function of random module always gives you fractional value. Let us try one more example. Print random dot random in this way. Another time. So you'll get different value because random means a value which appears without any sequence. So there is no sequence. So if you try it one more time, you will definitely get different value. There are chances that you get same value also. Present, you'll get different value, right? So this is how a random function of random module works, right? So look at the description, right? To generate a random floating point, just look at here. To generate a random floating point number between range lower to upper using random, what you have to do? For this, there are certain rules. What? Multiply random with difference of upper limit with lower limit, that is upper lower limit, and then add to its lower limit. Just look at it. For example, to generate 50 to 70, what you have to do? Suppose if you want to generate a number which ranges between 50 to 70, starting with 50 and last long till 69, not till 70, because it won't include the last number, it won't include 7. Then what's the rule? What you have to do? You have to make a range. How to make a range? This example is given to you. Upper limit minus the lower limit and add the lower limit in it. So you'll get the number in that particular range. Let us see with the help of one example. How? Here I write print random, right, dot random in this way. Now what we have to do? Just look at in the description. You have to multiply. You have to multiply with what? Upper limit minus lower limit of the range and then plus 50. 50 is what? 50 is the lower limit, right? So now press enter. You'll get the number which is in the range of 50 to 70. So the formula is upper limit minus lower limit plus the lower limit. You will get the number in that particular range. Suppose if you have to generate a number ranges from 0 to 100, then what you have to do? For that, you have to do print random dot random multiply by what? Upper limit minus the lower limit and plus the lower limit, which is 0. Now press enter. You'll get the number, any number from this range. So this is how random function works, which is essential part of random module, right? Now again we back to the description. Here in the explanation, the second function is rand int, which is part of random module. How this rand int work? See, to generate a random integer, just notice what is written here. Integer, not floating, integer number in range 50 to 70 using randint. How to include? Always remember this randint function always give you the value which ranges from lower limit to upper limit. And remember, it can include both the values, 50 as well as 70, the starting value as well as ending values. So it can generate the beginning value as well as the ending value. Now look at how it works. It's pretty simple. Here you have to write print, put a bracket, write here random dot randint, and here write the argument, what it is, 50 comma 70. So put it in the same way, 50 comma 70 in this way. Close it and close it. Right, now press enter. You'll get 64. Any value ranges from 50 to 70, and remember it can give you 50 or 70. There is no restriction over it. Fine. So what is the basic difference between random and randint module? A random module gives you value ranges from 0 to less than 1.0 by default, right? Without including 1.0, the last value, right? And what about randint? Randint gives you value from a particular range, but it can include the last value also, inclusive of both the values, 50 as well as 70, starting as well as ending, right? So we'll take more example. Print, here I write random dot rand int, right? And here I write 40 comma 50. So remember The value is inclusive of both starting as well as ending. Now press enter, you'll get 46. So this is how it works. Now we'll move to the next function of random module, that is a rand range function. How this rand range function works? Look at it. To generate a random integer in the ranges, we have to use rand range function, right? How this rand range function work? All of you remember how a range function work? We have done range function in looping concept of Python programming. So in the same way it works. Just look at how the range function work, rand range function work. Just see, print, you have to write here random, you have to put dot operator and you have to write rand range. And here what you have to put, you have to write the starting value. Just look at the description to find it. 23, 47, 3, any value. It's your choice. It's your choice. You can specify any range. So here 23, 47. And what about the range? The step 3, right? Just look at this. 23 is the starting value. This 47 is the last value. And this 3 is the step difference of values, right? So it begin with 23 and it lasts long till n minus 1. This is considered as n minus 1. So till 46. And this 3 is number of steps, like 23, then 26, then 29, then 32, and so on. Now I press enter, you will get 32. So it can give you any value in this particular range. Let us see one more example. One more example. Print random rand range. Any limit you can write, any range you can write. Let it be 5 and let it be 25 and let it be the step of 5. Anything you can write, depend upon your require. Now press enter, you will get 15, any value you can get, right? Now again we will back to the description. In this particular assignment I put in total 19 questions which are part of the previous year question papers of Python programming language, right? As I told you in my previous video or earlier videos of this particular chapter, that random function is going to be essential part of board exam, of CBSE exam. There will be a definite question from this section. So you have to do it very carefully. If you want this assignment, you please write in the comment section, I want a random module assignment. I'll put. As per the demand, I'll provide it to you. So there are in total, you can see 19 questions in it. So we will discuss any question out of it. We'll discuss one or two questions from it. Let's depend upon time, is depend upon time. Okay, let's look at question number 6 of this assignment. You will find very good questions in this particular assignment. It is specially designed for you people. It is totally a new term for most of the students this time. Okay, and all these questions are not available on books, right? Okay, look at it. So import random, right? What it is given here, print int 100 plus rand int. Just look at the statement 5 comma 10. So what it can pick, rand int means from 5 to 10 it can pick any number. Same here. So how many print statements are there? There are 4 print statements. So every time what is the function of this print? 100 plus whatever value it pick, ranges from 5 to 7. Any value it can pick, either 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or even 10 also. So you have to add that value in 100 and then you will get the results. Now how to analyze the result, how to find out the correct output option? Here find the suggested output options, first to 4. Also write the least value and highest value that can be generated. Okay, now look at the first output option. Here you will find 102, 104. These are not possible outcomes. Why? Because rand int ranges from 5 to 10. So this is incorrect. Now move to the second option. In the second option, you will find 103, 104, which is not possible at all. So this is also incorrect. Now move to the third option. In third option, there is 105, which is quite possible, 107 possible, 105 possible, 1010 possible. So this is the correct output. So third is the correct output option. Now look at fourth also. 1010, yes, quite possible. 105, yes. 105, yes. 1110, yes. So fourth is also a possible result of this particular program. So you'll get two possible outputs, for third and fourth. So in examination, if examiner asks this type of question, then what we have to write? Output. What are the outputs? This and this, third and fourth. Now one more thing is asked in this. Also write the least and the highest value that can be generated. Now tell me the least and the highest value. See, the least value would be 100 plus 5, that is 105. And what about the highest value? Highest value will be 100 plus 10, that is 110. So what you have to write? For the output options, you have to write third and fourth. And for least value, you have to write 105. And for the maximum value or the highest value, you have to write 110. So in this way, you have to answer, right? So this is very good assignment for all of you to practice. So practice it and just find out how much you know, how much you understand random module. So it is very important, right? Okay. So I divide this particular chapter in 4 different videos. In the first video, I'll show you. In the first video of mine, you will find Python module, how to define a module, importing entire module, or importing specific function from the module. Then in the second video, you will get built-in functions, and I explained 2 types of built-in functions: mathematical functions and strength function. In the third video, you will find Python library, means how to define a Python library, what a Python library is, what a Python package is, and how to import a Python library. Predefined library, already you know how to import, but how to define your own library and how to define it into your application is very important. Then the fourth video, which we recently discussed, that is random module and the functions which are part of that particular random module, right? So it is going to be a interesting and very knowledge providing video for all of you. For to get updates of my latest video, you have to just like, share and subscribe my channel, that which is Computer Science with Sudhir sir. I'll back with more videos in the same channel, so stay tuned and kindly subscribe it, and you'll get videos or links of my previous videos in the description box of all my videos. Thank you. Thanks for watching.